Make coffee, browse through emails, leave a comment under this video. What else could you accomplish in just 3 minutes? The company On can print a sneaker in that time. During the process, a preform with a sole is spun by a robotic arm and coated with a flexible material, similar to glue or spiderweb. It uses 1.5 kilometers of material for each pair. A sneaker is done in just 180 seconds. No glue, no stitching, and no laces. This is much kinder to the environment too. Less waste and lower CO2 emissions. This technology is called light spray. It's not just cost-effective, but also highly efficient. Kenyan runner Helen Obiri won the Boston Marathon wearing prototypes of these sneakers. And you don't need to be an athlete to appreciate them. You just need to pay $330, which is the price for a pair of Cloud Boom's Strike LS model. Samsung once made a video about how tiny tech, like modern chips, is changing our world. The video showed incredibly small figures, with parts no bigger than 0.055 millimeters. Amazingly, the figures aren't computer-generated. All 8 creations, from people to a 56-story building, were made with 3D printing. The latest 2GL method uses 2-photon lithography, allowing for nanometer resolution. The Nanoscribe team who made the figures does it up to 60 times faster than the others. Welcome to the future of 3D designs. Masks have been a common sight in many large production facilities for a while now. They're affordable, easy to replace, and work well as part of overall safety measures. However, there are several drawbacks. For instance, masks can make it difficult for employees to communicate, especially if they're not speaking their native language. Additionally, masks cover the face, making it hard to recognize who's who. Plus, eating and drinking require removing the mask. Now, the startup Taza Aya has come up with a more innovative solution. It's still in the prototype phase, but it shows a lot of promise. The idea is to create an air curtain that blocks 99.8% of aerosols in front of the employee's face. On top of that, it uses cold plasma to clean the air, destroying 99% of viruses. The key components, including the battery, are housed in a backpack. This makes the device weigh a substantial 4.5 kilograms. Could you see yourself wearing this all day at work? The Owlet team is full of dreamers and innovators. No surprise there. Who else could create one? A bike with no pedals. It's powered by passion. It goes up to 48 kilometers per hour and covers up to 96.5 kilometers on one charge. It looks odd, sure, but remember what Enzo Ferrari said: aerodynamics are for people who can't build engines. Owlet 1 is expected to have an electric motor with a peak power of 3 kilowatts. The makers say riding it feels like an owl's flight. Not sure how they know that, but over 200 people are already on the waitlist, even though the price is still unknown. Every year, over 1 million limbs are amputated around the world. So, the market for bionic prostheses is worth billions of dollars and drives innovations like the Softfoot Pro. This artificial foot mimics the anatomy of a real foot and lets the user squat and kneel comfortably. The toes of the Softfoot Pro are designed to flex, allowing the foot to store energy and release it when pushing off the ground. All these features are purely mechanical, meaning there are no batteries, motors, or charging ports. Why complicate things when plastic parts and steel cables do the job? The foot has already been through clinical trials and has been successfully tested on the 4-legged robot Animal. Flying a helicopter can be a complex task, as the cockpit is filled with toggle switches, buttons, and indicators. But the Skyrise team has an answer. One, a helicopter with a control system called SkyOS. This system is designed to handle most of the work. To start the engine, all you need to do is swipe the touchscreen. If you need to hover over a specific spot, SkyOS can control the helicopter so well that the pilot might not even need to touch the control stick. Takeoff and landing are simplified to a single command, and SkyOS is also a notable achievement as the world's first system capable of performing an auto-rotation landing with the engine off. On May the 19th, Blue Origin ended a nearly 2-year break. They successfully took 6 tourists into space as part of the NS-25 program. The group reached an altitude of 100 kilometers, where the Kármán line, the boundary between the atmosphere and the outer space, is located. The trip lasted just 11 minutes. During that time, tourists enjoyed stunning views of Earth and experienced weightlessness. They also set a new record. One of the participants, retired US Air Force Captain Ed Dwight, is 90 years old. He's now the oldest person in the world to have reached such heights. This year, the world's first container fleet may grow by 8%. And experts expect container shipments to rise by 3%. These numbers mean a big strain on global logistics and many problems. For instance, 40% of containers moving by land and 20% by sea are empty. That's billions in costs and lots of CO2 emissions. Enough is enough. It's time to start using Fourfold. It's the first fully ISO and CSC certified 12-meter folding container. It's as strong as regular containers, but takes up only a quarter of their space when folded. So, 4 Fourfolds fit in the space of a standard container. This can cut transport costs by about 37% and free up lots of storage space. A tabletop toy, a portable fighter, a programmable turtle, an assistant. The KT2 Kung Fu Turtle might look simple, but it's ready for all sorts of surprising roles. This robot did incredibly well on Kickstarter, raising over $140,000 in one campaign. It costs at least $99 and comes with 99 games. You don't need to be a tech expert to assemble it either. With just 12 parts, the KT2 Kung Fu Turtle is easy to put together in 20 simple steps. Some of its interesting features include a timer for the Pomodoro method and reminders to exercise. Why not do push-ups with the robot? Since it weighs 160 grams and is much smaller than an iPhone 15, it fits perfectly in a bag or backpack for your commute to the office. Many cyclists wonder how to practice the bunny hop safely. This jump not only helps you clear obstacles, but also sets the stage for more advanced tricks. The challenge is that the bunny hop requires you to shift your center of gravity backward until the front wheel lifts up, which isn't easy to master right away. To avoid injury and bothering others, you can spend $600 on the Garage Bunny. It's the world's first bunny hop trainer that works with bikes that have wheels from 20 to 29 inches and lets you jump up to 56 centimeters. The Lotus Ring is a smart ring designed to control a smart home. Its simple design is a testament to the attention to detail and understanding of user needs. Early users have described it as a game changer. Notably, the design didn't go unnoticed at the CES 2024 tech show. So, what's the key to its success? The creator Dhaval Patel didn't come up with a new concept, but instead found a simple yet effective solution. The ring responds to gestures and touches, sending a signal through the IR port to a unit that can be placed anywhere, such as near the switch. The range of communication is 9 meters. No internet, Bluetooth or smartphone apps are required. A single hour's charge for both the ring and unit will last for 90 days. Meet Mujinga Kambunji, a Swiss track and field athlete and an incredible sprinter. She's a 2-time European champion in the 200 meters, so she knows what she's doing. Kambunji was one of the testers for Air Shield, a special shield that enhances workouts. The idea behind Air Shield is to reduce air resistance, increasing your running speed. Over time, the body will adapt to these new possibilities. So, even without Air Shield, the results will be impressive. Kambunji also noted that this type of training is really fun. Let's take a look at 2 drones, the Jedzi X and the Responder. The Jedzi X is designed for doctors, allowing them to deliver tests, samples, and other small loads weighing up to 3 kilograms much faster. The drone can reach a cruising speed of 108 kilometers per hour and has a range of 120 kilometers. It's also suitable for temperatures ranging from 50 to minus 20 degrees Celsius. To make it easier for hospital staff, the takeoff and landing zone can be placed on the wall next to the window. The Responder drone was invented for emergency services. Here's a typical scenario. A store clerk saw a group of people with a gun and called the police. In less than 70 seconds, the Responder drone arrived on the scene. Equipped with a 40x zoom camera and a thermal imager, the operator has a clear view of the situation. Based on this information, they can decide whether to send a police car. In this case, the weapon was actually a lighter, so the police department didn't send the officers in vain. According to the manufacturers, this approach eliminates about 25% of unnecessary calls. In case of real danger, the operator can benefit from the microphone and loudspeaker built into the Responder. The Sublue Vapor is the fastest underwater mini-scooter in the world. It allows you to swim at 10 kilometers per hour and explore depths up to 40 meters. Plus, you can have fun for 60 minutes on a single charge. Speaking of charging, the battery goes from 0 to 85% in the same amount of time. Like other components, the battery is very advanced and includes several protection systems, such as short circuit and overload protection. An immersive screen helps you monitor the remaining charge, speed, depth, and even water temperature. You can set the parameters to your preference. Data about your underwater adventures can be saved in the app. The Sublue Vapor costs $2,800. The creators of Jet Capsule believe that they've made a huge leap in water transportation, surpassing their competitors. They have good reasons to say this. At 7.85 meters long, Jet Capsule can seat up to 13 people and reach speeds of about 65 kilometers per hour. It comes with a single gasoline engine as standard. If the tanks with a total capacity of 230 liters are full, it can travel 204 kilometers. If you want, you can add a second engine. You can also customize the layout to make a water cab, a luxury boat, or a vessel for relaxing on the water. The Jet Capsule will cost more than $250,000. Meet Neo. Fans of The Matrix don't get too excited, we're not talking about the chosen one. Neo is just the name Alter G gave to his latest treadmill. It's an anti-gravity treadmill, meaning that you can exercise with your own weight reduced by 80%. This feature is especially useful for people in rehabilitation. The speed goes up to 16 km per hour, and the incline goes up to 15%. It also offers video monitoring, gait analysis, and even pain level recording. Your doctor will appreciate these features. Now you can see why Alter G's customers include over 500 sports teams from around the world, and the total number of people who've tried the company's fitness equipment has exceeded 1 million. Watch out, massage therapists. Robots that can steal your clients are becoming more and more impressive. After 7 years of development, the Escape has finally been introduced. This robot features synchronized arms and offers the benefits of a full hour-long massage in just 30 minutes. A session costs from $60. All its settings, from the music to the pressure force, can be adjusted from your smartphone. Additionally, the robot uses AI sensors to learn the client's physique and adjusts to their mood. But one of the best things about Escape is that it can be installed in a space as small as 3 by 2.4 meters, and it runs on standard 120-volt 4 to 5 amp outlets. Looks like we'll have another reason to visit the local mall regularly, won't we? Arsenic in water is drinkable, but regular use over a few years can lead to cancer. Therefore, people living near this polluted river prefer bottled water because they don't have a system to filter out the arsenic. Luckily, Magnetite can solve this problem. It acts as an adsorbent, attracting and retaining arsenic particles. The resulting water doesn't need filtration. You just need to put a magnet in the water, which will collect the magnetite containing the harmful semi-metal. Who knows, maybe one day these futuristic water purification plants will appear in different parts of the planet. Let's take a little break from advanced technology and appreciate the work of a skilled DIY enthusiast. Without using a milling machine or a lathe, he created a mini arrow launcher. Comparisons to Assassin's Creed are inevitable. However, the creator says that he wasn't inspired by the game series, although he acknowledges its influence on the popularity of such devices. The launcher uses a classic 12-gram CO2 cartridge for shooting. For those who want to replicate it, the creator has shared free CAD files. A smartphone in a shoe. You can't think of anything cooler. It'd surely make the list of best inventions in Time magazine and be a hit at shows like CES. So, T-Mobile remembered its Sidekick smartphone and used it to create a shoe perfect for making calls during meetings. The toe area perfectly fits a selfie camera. The voice of the smart assistant was provided by the CEO of T-Mobile. It's too bad it's just an April Fool's joke. But the brightly coloured sneakers from the video are actually available for $65 per pair. It's up to customers whether they want to embed a smartphone in them.